welcome, guys. I am your host, DJ Doughy Fresh, and this is a one-up review. I got my co-host here with me, King F3lix of the Royal Word Podcast. He is one of our favored guests. I've known this man for a very long time. We go back like reclinable seats. We go back like like the rooftops that go back. We go back, all right?
You stupid.
And he's one of my favorite people to talk music with because I feel like ever since we were young, me and you had that connection of music.
Definitely. I mean, you put me on Chop the Screw, and it's been uphill ever since. So.
And it's very few people that you can share music with and feel like that person is actually taking your music recommendation like serious. I think one of the most painful things is to show somebody some music and they totally just like not there for it, and you're just like looking at them. You'll show them like your favorite movie or your favorite piece of art and it'll do nothing for them, and it's like, no.
But once again, I think, everyone's different. So you can expect everyone to like what you like, But I would still give out the recommendation regardless.
Yeah. We're here to review a special album. I think it's phenomenal. And I'm not going to hold on more. It's Ab-Soul's Herbert. Herbert is his name.
Black lip bastard.
I think we in this album are not only getting Ab-Soul, but we are getting Herbert as well. I think this is a good crossing point for him. And I think they stated within the album a few times that y'all don't know Herbert. Y'all know of Ab-Soul, the person
Facts.
he was trying to sell you. This is Herbert. And I thought that was very cool.
And the approach to this album, to me, it's all about energy. It's about feeling, and this is what I get right here every time I listen to a track. I'm getting energy off rip, and when you get that feeling from music, that's how you know it's gonna be good. I mean, you could listen to something, but it's about that feeling, that hit, and I get that every time, from no matter the type of music it is, from from the deep to that bop shit, you know what I'm saying? Either way, you get that feeling, and I love his cadence, I love his flow, I'm loving everything he's bringing to this, and I imagine want to start.
Yeah, no, I'll say a little bit more.
Go ahead.
It was when you can listen to something and it continuously will make you go like he said that, or he was able to rhyme those two words together, or whatever that may be, because he's a wordsmith.
He's a lyricist.
He's
man.
You ever heard of the concept of if you lose one of your senses, your other senses get stronger?
Yeah.
I feel like the more he goes blind, the harder his bars are, bro. I'm like, I don't think out of these 18 tracks, F3lix, I don't think there is one song that has below 4 out of 5 bars. Like everything. Go ahead.
My fault. Go ahead. I got so excited.
No, everything is very high level.
No, definitely. I haven't skipped a track.
Yeah.
I have yet to skip a track.
In between every track, I'll be like, don't go so hard. Oh, no, don't go so hard. Solo. So we'll dive right into it.
Yes.
First song, Message in a Bottle. Ab-Soul, Lance Skywalker. 4 minutes. This song don't feel like 4 minutes when you listen to it. The beat grows on you. It starts off very chill, and then the beat really kicks in. A lot of the wordplay is on point. I really like the message from his grandmother. It sounds like
Yes.
this feels like the message he got after he either tried to commit suicide, or whatever it may be. But this is putting your grandma on a track. That shit is goated. Anytime anybody ever does it, that shit is goated, bro. So like,
And she came with a
what a quote.
she came with a she came with a Bible quote,
Yeah.
you know, and I love that. I love that fact of him that he's showing that side of how he grew up and you know and and how you know how he has this faith, and even though for a small moment in time elapsed he probably lost a little faith, which led to you know they say him you know trying to commit suicide. I think you hear it in the album that his faith is ever stronger than ever before. Like it's godlike, and you hear it in his you hear it in this right here, just the attraction, and just how passionate he is in this track when he comes to it.
Yeah. I like
So
the last minute or so of the song. The song slows down,
yes,
and he has these really prolific bars that make you think. He says 10 million clicks ahead of you on your penmanship. And it's like, hold the fuck up. Like, you had to, like, think about that real quick. I'm like, oh, what does he mean? But he means, like, he don't already click the pen 10 million times. Rather, he's that many clicks ahead. He's that many pages, or however, ahead of whoever his competition is right now. You got to think about it. His last album came out 2016. That was the beginning of like the Lil Uzi era, all that shit. So I feel like he's watched all these other rappers come up, and he still feels like, yo, my nigga, y'all got nothing on me. Like,
no, not at all. You gotta think about it. That album was a lot to intake.
it's almost too much. It's very esoteric. I like it
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah, and it was a lot, and I feel he didn't do it with this album, right? And you could tell from the beginning of the beginning with the first track that he kept it like I'm hitting you with I'm hitting you with everything, and I don't have to take it to that level like I did before, and I'm gonna give you these bars, I'm gonna give you these rhymes, I'm gonna give you this flow, and no matter what beat it is, from how it's changing is great. Mind you, by the way, I love how he put Joe Budden in this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like because it wasn't like what they were talking about wasn't it this, because at the end, I feel like the industry slept on Absol. I feel like he wasn't the standard, and since he wasn't the standard, he wasn't given that love, and then he proved putting Joe Budden and that part into this like yo. Y'all right, because you know Budden didn't lie, but this is why I'm here, and this is what it is now, and look. So
Yeah.
so yes,
So
definitely a great message to start with.
I want to
Message in
do
the bottom.
something new. This song, 1 out of 5 rating. I give it 5 out of 5 for beginning to start album off. 5 out of 5 song.
Getting a 5.
Yeah,
Getting a 5.
it's gonna get a 5.
The message in the bottom and the message in the song coincide.
I define the word amazing. Just there were so many quotables. On to the next song. Solo don't go so hard. Solo don't go so
so hard. Oh man.
No report card. This song is what I mean when I say he's creating a bop. This is like, I don't know how to describe it. It is such a good mix of beat making and lyricism with like a really quotable hook. You could just skip down. I see myself going shopping for food. Don't go so hard,
No.
Doughy. Don't you see that expensive shit?
get that
Don't
vibe.
go so hard.
And it's how he's come in, you know, it's like, you know, it's what he said. He said, still selling the students and telling them movements. I'm KRS2. Back to school, Captain Save a Soul to the rescue.
Yes.
Like you hear that, like, yo, I'm that dude. I'm here to show y'all what it is.
Yes. It's like it's like he dumbed himself down, but even dumbing himself down, he's still so much more lyrical than your average rapper. That it's like he's giving you like a quarter of himself lyrically, and it's just still some of the hardest shit I've ever heard.
I don't even think he dumbed himself down. I I I don't think he dumbed himself down. I think he kept it to himself. I think he kept it regular. He just didn't do the usual, as we said, control system type of music, right? He actually went back to the art of hip hop. He actually went in and started spitting. Like he went in and spit what he felt. And this is him talking about, yo, for how Lord knows how long they be sleeping on him. You feel me? And he comes in just saying, yo, I'm basically your captain. I'm your son. I'm this dude. No report card. I'm that
Yo,
nice. I
El
don't need it.
Capitan. That's a
Okay.
yo. He
Okay.
even says that somebody gave him that name, that he got that name from someone else. Um, Man, but this song is so fucking good. I have no bad things to say about this song.
No,
Absolutely
no,
none.
no.
We're talking about bars at a 5, a beat at a 5, mixing at a 5. Like everything is perfect. I really, if you have any more things to say, I just can't. There's like, you can't say more about this.
I love this. Man, I love this. You know, I love when he said, "I was just a C student. Now I look around and not just C students."
Yo.
And don't forget, if you listen in the background, it says "stupid." You feel me? You gotta.
Yeah.
It's great. This is a 5. It hits. It's a hitter. There's nothing else. We. I don't, man. Listen,
Also,
you see how excited I am?
Yeah. Also, track number 2, and he has a message. 2 for 2. These songs
Yes.
all carry some sort of weight. There's no, there hasn't. Let's say there hasn't been a song yet. All right. Song number 3, Hollandaise.
Yes. Now, hollandaise is a sauce, and when I first heard the track, hollandaise, I was like, I'll just listen to it, like I do, I just bob to it. But the more I listen to it, the more I just feel like, oh, yo, he just talking about how saucy he is. He just coming in with that sauce. He's coming in nice. He just like, yo, I am hollandaise. I'm that shit that you like. You know what I'm saying? Like you can put me on any of this shit, I'm gonna sauce it up. That's what I felt. That's what.
And I agree with you. The coolest thing is that like I learned about hollandaise in culinary class. It's like it's just a fancier mayo. It's a little thicker, a little creamier, and it's just you add mayo to any sandwich, the shit just makes it so much better. Basically, so he's saying like I'm the hollandaise of this shit. I don't know if he's really trying to say that. This is a fire name for a song though.
I'm trying to tell you. That boy said, "Let the murder scene. I ain't leave no witnesses. My name must be Abraham Lincoln, bitch. I'm innocent." Like, yo, dude. Oh man. We here.
This sounds like your traditional TDE beat though. This sounds like some TDE shit. Like
I can hear the Reason, like rapping in this, cause the Reason has tracks that sound like this.
how do you feel about the sample at the second half of the song, like the last minute or so in the song? I thought that beat change was crazy.
No, that because now it slows it down again.
Yes.
And that it gives you that dun 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? It gives you those high. What is that? I want to call it horns or.
Yeah. It feels like
But
the beginning of a 70s show or an 80s show. Like it felt like, I don't know how to describe that, but it was very like a Cheers anthem.
and once again, he comes in. He comes in rough when he get off my dick. You know what I'm saying? He comes in rough, and then when that beat slowed down, it's like he starts chopping this shit up, just showing once again his skills. Once again, showing that, hey, you see why I'm that dude? You see why I'm that black lit pastor? You see why I'm El Capitan godlike? You see why I'm Abso? Matter of fact, you see Herbert. That's what I get every
Yeah.
time I keep listening to this. So, um, yeah, man, it's Hollandaise. He's that sauce, man.
The
He's
saucy,
that
very
sauce.
saucy. I actually got to agree with you. He is saucy on this, and he is providing the sauce.
He's that sauce.
Next song, Moon Shooter, featuring Joey Badass.
And by the way, when this dropped as a single, Joy Badass wasn't on the single. When I first saw it pop up
Really?
on my Spotify, Joy Badass was not on that single. Okay.
Ooh.
From what I remember seeing, I never see Joy Badass. I think this was a late one, which was a pretty good late person to put on, by the way. So
I think with what he provided for us this year, Joey Badass's album, I think he proved that he's worth putting on your albums. Like, he will make a good song.
what? Don't forget, Joy Badass also had him on the album talking. If you remember,
On 2000?
yeah, on the track when he
Really?
talk on the track when he talks about I say I hate when I draw a blank.
Yeah.
When he talks about his homeboy that passed away, wow. I was just listening to it. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name because we talking
I
about
mean,
this.
that's cool enough. That's a really
But
cool,
not
like,
not. But either way, he has Absol at the end talking like how they met and how everything is and how basically ever since they met each other, it's just been a vibe
yeah.
and it's been great.
Yeah. It makes
So
sense, too. Him and Absol clicking. They're
yes,
like, yes. I've got to be honest. Like, we're talking about boom bap artists, raps, lyrics. Absol and Joey Badass are up there. Up there with
oh,
Nas, up there with all like the top lyricists. They're definitely up there.
well, if you so far if you listen to the beat, right, a lot of people would tell you since he's from the West Coast, whatever, you'll think you'll get a lot of West Coast beats, and so far you really listen to it, you haven't. You've gotten just all around so far, and
You've
you've
gotten
gotten
like a TDE sounding beat, which is like generally like a West Coast sound, but I would have to say that this is a album that is like concreted in like hip hop, actual boom bap
yes,
rap.
yes, yes. So it's like I said, and then this the first of all, I love how he does the chorus, like his vocals, like it's impactful. But I love how he comes in when he says, I want to say you niggas whack, but then I be bragging. Hunt the last dragon, you know what I'm saying? Flamethrower, lawnmower, charge toys.
So he's like the Last Dragon. He's referencing himself to Bruce Lee, basically.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah, he's
he
like the
is
master at his
he's
craft.
that man.
Yeah.
Look, he says, bypass your bandwagon till it's all over. Bring the white flag and towers get thrown, thrones get new kings. He's trying to say, yo, this shit is for the taking. Y'all
Yeah.
niggas ain't solidified that this shit, y'all ain't safe. This here
I
is
would
for the
agree.
taking.
I would agree. Like right now, 2022, who got the crown? Who can really say that they have like the crown lyrically? Who's gonna beat who in like a battle? You know what I mean? The battle of lyrics. And
But now it's very open.
yeah, so another 5 out of 5 track. He has not missed.
No.
He has not
No.
missed.
No.
So
No.
also
Uh,
the beat choice so far is good. I like the way the album
Great.
is forming itself.
I love how Joey Badass came into this track. It had like this little Mario-esque. And if you hear in the beginning, it has he does his little Jamaican thing, but they gave it this little Mario-esque thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. And then he came in snapping as well.
Yeah.
If no one really listens to Joey Badass, they tripping because this kid is amazing. He's great. So
He gets
I
a
even
lot
call
of
him-
hate.
My fault. Not even a kid. This man, because he's a man. So let me respect that. This man is amazing at what he does. So
I've seen a lot of people giving him shit on Twitter. I have no idea why. The feminists hate him. Oh no, they don't like him at all. I don't know what he did to piss a lot of these women off. They call him a hotep, but I don't know why. I don't know why.
and listen, I'm a listener of the music.
Yeah.
Anything else he does personal, that's on him. But yes, this one's another 5 out of 5 for a fact. Oh, the next one coming up is my shit.
Is fucking incredible. So the next song, FOMF. It's an acronym, okay? So fuck out my face. How many times have you wanted to tell a bitch, fuck out my face? How many
Yes.
times have you wanted to tell a nigga, fuck out my face? All right? This has the energy of that word. If you haven't like it, this song comes in at 20 out of 20 out of 10. This shit just like comes in and you're like, oh, shit is going down.
I'm gonna tell you this much. He came in with that new wave flow too.
Yes.
From the beat to the chorus when when he says you ain't the squad, you the op, nigga stop, bro, that's that shit right there. That's that flow. And I was just like, okay. I see what he doing. He's even showing niggas that I can even get to y'all type of being fuck shit up.
He talking
And not
about
making
being on demon time and shit. I was like,
yes. And he said, facing your basic, I'm basically one in infinity. Come on, man. Back to the basics. My friend is my enemy's enemy. Come on.
he's giving niggas game too. Like
And then he said, smoke like a chimney, do say the remedy. Gave her a shot, now she be giving me top in the drop, but I'm not a Kennedy. Stop it. Stop it.
Kennedy bar? Gave us
listen,
a Kennedy bar?
Listen.
Whoa.
He's in it, man. He's in it, man. Listen, I was listening, I was riding. These shits is serious. He came in strong once again. He came in with that, yo, I'm here to fuck shit up. Y'all niggas ain't ready. That nigga he's calling his competition basic. He's one of yet that y'all niggas can't touch. You feel me? And then he says, even though I'm higher epsilon, I'm here, let me bring it back to the basics and fuck y'all niggas up. Mm-hmm. You can't get better than that.
Yeah.
You can't get better than that.
The blaring sirens, like it's a incredible beat. It's incredible effort of a song. I love what it shows his versatility, because it's like the first song that actually has like snares and stuff. It sounds trappy. It sounds like it could have been given to somebody who be rapping trapping, stuff like that, so it feels very versatile.
And I love the group energy when it comes for the chorus. Like, you got the whole group here, you ain't the squad. Like, I love when they say that. I love, and you hear when they say you ain't squad, you the op. You hear them scream with them. You hear them coming with them, and it's just like, okay, he's letting you know, like, yo, we here, but I'm here, but we here, and yeah, man. Once again, the beat, he makes you feel the energy from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And you can't stop listening to it. And you just want to keep listening to it. Almost every track here so far, I just repeat. I didn't want to finish the album. I just wanted to keep repeating that same song.
Yeah.
So
I felt the same way. On to the next track, Goodman, featuring Punch from TDE.
I think Punch talks in this one, if I'm correct. If it's Punch, I think there's an interlude, and I think Punch is in it or something. I can't really.
That second rapper is not Absol.
Oh yeah.
Second rapper is not Absol.
I forgot. So is it Punch from?
That's Punch from TDE, if I'm not correct. Unless there's another Punch. But that's the only Punch that I know of, which surprised me a lot, because he was full of bars. When Jay-Z told me, why bother with peasants, I'm like, why y'all talking about us like that, first of all?
Hey, but once again, it all depends who they calling peasants, though. Yeah. You feel me? You gotta understand, this album is basically Herbert, right? So this album, absolutely, is basically showing you, hey, what's up? So I think everyone that's features in this track it's living to those standards. Like, yo, I'm that nigga, and they gotta show that. So if y'all niggas going against me, I'm looking at y'all niggas like peasants.
Yeah. a lot of people give Punch shit on Twitter for like not releasing SZA and Absol's album and taking forever to release shit. They give him tons of shit on Twitter. So I'm guessing, and he gets mad. You could tell just by his tweets that it's getting to him. Um, and I think that's where that a lot of that comes from. Even being on this album, I think he just wants to show people like, yo, even I could, you know what I mean, put down some bars. I could come up with an album, but it's more about putting everyone else first.
I
So
just I don't follow Twitter enough to know what's going on, but um, that's an internal thing. You feel me? I who knows what's going on in the background that we don't know about.
yeah,
So I can't say him like, hey, you need to drop such and such because people have been saying let's drop. Where's Absol? Where's Absol? And then you finding out through this album he's been going through some personal stuff. So we don't know what's truly going on, and I hate all that. But anyway, back to the song. By the
yeah,
way, this beat, uh,
crazy, crazy. The production and the engineering on this album feels like a finished product. It feels like they took their time. They added whatever special effects, sound effects they needed to the song to make them feel complete. This album doesn't feel like it's missing anything production wise.
okay, you know what I got from this beat? I got that Griselda feeling when I heard that.
Yeah.
That oomph, that real raw, natural street shit, and then, and it's not like he, once again, he takes these beats that we will call trap or we will call street, and he spit some real
It
crazy
sounds
shit
like
on.
some slaughterhouse shit. It sounds like something that could be on a slaughterhouse
Nah,
album.
this is Griselda way more than
I feel like
Slaughterhouse.
Griselda beats are a little bit more
You don't think,
rugged.
yeah, this beat was
It is
rugged
rugged, but this
though.
is very sampley, boom bappy. Griselda beats are real slow sometimes. Like if you listen to some of Graph's music, if you listen to some of West Side Gun's music, it
But
tends to
Benny the
be,
Butcher though, Benny
yeah,
the Butcher will go crazy on this.
yeah.
At least we're gonna give him. At least we're gonna give that person from Griselda you wanted. Benny the Butcher will go nuts on this,
Not
and
to
that's
say
the feeling I
anything bad
got.
about Griselda. Griselda is an incredible group of people. Their beats, their production, that production style that they created its own lane of hip
Yes,
hop, which is
yes.
that's nothing to fucking, you know what I mean? You got to give them their flowers too. But I did I felt I could see what you're saying.
I love it because he remember like right. He says absol after loot. That's true. Put it together. Absolute. That's true. So glow like a spray for your natural. I ain't as friendly, but I move like Casper move. You never
Damn.
look. You never see me with a semi,
Whoa.
and I ain't had to shoot to keep it El Capitan theatrical. Come on, man. Come on. Let's talk. Let's talk. Ah, oh man.
He
Hey, I'm gonna take a drink to that one real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, facts. I had to go get another beer. All right, so let me guess. 5 out of 5?
Yeah,
Because
we
that's a
come
five out
on.
of five for me. Because
And the
even
next and the
Punch.
next track after this, gonna be 5 out of 5.
No, so let's no. Wait.
I
We
know, I'm
can't.
just saying
Yeah, don't
it's
give
already.
the
I'm sorry.
audience.
I'm
They
sorry.
wait.
I'm
They
sorry.
wait for it. Okay, they have to wait for it.
I'm I'm sorry.
It builds
I'm
up
sorry,
the
audience.
energy. Okay, so
I'm
next
sorry.
song. I like this song so much because it shows that no matter how far along you are in life, you're always going to feel like you can do something more, you could do better, you can achieve more, you can grow more. It's never about getting to one place and staying there. Um,
So I talk about doing better every day. I tell Miguel, I tell Jay, I tell myself every day when I pray. I tell myself when I fall and I do wrong, I gotta do better. Being a better husband, being a better father, being a better coworker, being a better person to myself. And I've been talking about that a lot lately, on my podcast. And for him to drop it when I started that, it hit my soul like like I understand how you feel, how you could get lost in time and everything, and how you could lose yourself and you can not be doing what you're supposed to do. And this track to me, I played it so much, it was part of my 2022 wrap up.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I think
It's
he
part.
speaks a
It was
lot.
part of my positive hip hop. It's positive hip hop all the way through.
It's he talks a lot about depression on this album and feeling the motions, be saying that he's unable to get out of his bed, um mixed emotions. He's talking a lot about what it feels like to be depressed. To be able to put depression into words is not easy. Trying to convey to someone how you feel when you feel like that, when you feeling like you don't want to live anymore, putting that into words, a lot of people can't do it. A lot of people can't sum up the courage. It's not even courage, it's just hard to
No, it
put
is.
into
No,
words.
it is courage because it's almost like a shame. You don't want to admit that you're in this type of that type of feeling. You're going through this type of thing, committing what you want to commit. Trust me, it's definitely courage. Like I like it in verse 2 when he says, "Shade stuck to my face, hoodie glued to my head, hiding from the same world that made me who I am. Depressed can't even get out of bed. Too blessed to be stressed." And I'm right there. I'm gonna stop it right there. And it's true. A lot of us try to hide who we are in this world, and a lot of us tend just to not have the energy to do anything. And when we don't realize that, yo, we have a blessing that we just haven't grabbed hold of, and since we don't know of that blessing and we don't know what's going on, we keep on falling into this deeper hole, this journey of darkness. And for him to say that, for him to come out and admit that, and for him to put it in these ways that not only is it lyrical, not even is it poem, it's poetry, and for us to understand, but best of all, to us to even feel it, amazing, amazing. It's 5 out of 5. It's 10 out of 10. It's 100 out of 100. It's personal, and no matter what, it can sound biased, but if you've gone through this, if you and this song makes you admit that you've gone through it or you're going through it.
He even speaks about survivor's guilt and like being his homies being on the block still to this day, but he is able to make money off of just words. And there's like it is very profound. um it makes me think about the people who came back from World War II. They didn't understand why they came back. They're like, how come I'm alive and all the niggas that I went to war with are dead? What makes me special? And because you don't feel special, you're like, there's nothing special about me, but you are. And there's a
Yeah,
reason why you persevered and stuff like that. So I think the message in this track, thick. It's thick. Like this song
yes, it
is
is.
thick. It has the feels. The beat is very minimal. It's like the drums. It's like several drum patterns laid over each other with a sample of the girl Zakari in the back, and
It's a
it's
it's it's a very simple beat,
yeah,
but it's heartfelt. It's the
yes,
emotions, like the melody in the background sets it. You hear the drums and everything, but once you put that melody and then you throw him once again, it's how, it's the way he flows on his beat as well.
yes,
It's
absolutely,
the cadence and it's how he pronounces everything. His words, it's amazing, and it's like I said once again, it's 100 out of 100,
yeah,
and
5 out of 5.
and that and if any, yeah, I mean you could correct me, but but yeah, for real, in life we all could do better, and it's okay to admit it, man, for real.
Yeah, bringing it to the next track. What track are we on now?
We
This
on
is
ganging them.
track 8,
Eight,
ganging them.
ganging them. Yes, I like it because this is like this is a homie. This is the homie track, yo. These are my dudes, and this is what I go to war for. I fight for, and I love it. I love that he made a song for his people, for his homies to hear and be like, yo, that's my dude right there.
Yeah, if I could picture what the insides of Absol are made up of, this song is like a big part of showing like, yo, don't get it twisted. I rap, but this is really who I am and what I'm about and who I'll die for. Like this is he's being very open. Um
No, he
this
is.
sounds like a braggadocious song. This sounds like a tough guy song, but it's actually very vulnerable. He's telling you where to hit him if you want to hurt him. This is who I'll die for. This is who I am. Like it's crazy though. It's like it's a paradox between like being super tough and being super vulnerable. And I think being able to do that is impressive, bro, with lyrics and like I said, song for song, every song has had a meaning so far. Um,
It's to biggie back on it. Is he's once again he's showing you not only now I got my gang in him. You feel me? So he's showing you like, yo, these are my peoples that been there for me. These are my peoples that was around for me and put them on, and this is what it will be if it gets to it. You know, but at the same time, and I like the way how he goes in and out of talking like how nice he is and how everything is and how shit could be. But at the same time, how he just want to chill and just relax. You feel me? And one of the one of the great examples of this is like, he says, the homie hit me, told me hide the blicky, bro. This nigga always into some wild shit. One time he bought the Caltech. I tell him we all shooting his videos. You feel me? Like, you on mute. You on mute.
he said, "All we shooting is a
Yeah, yeah.
video."
So that's what I'm saying. So he's showing you like, yo, like I'm with my wild niggas. I'm with doing the shit with them. But at the same time, yo, I just be chill. I
I
just be chills.
I like his boy Fresh. He
Oh,
said, "Promise I'll catch a body like a trust fall." I was like, "Ooh."
yo, hey,
Like,
hey, yo. When he started rapping, I was like, hey, yo, and you see, and this is that part when you listen to it. That's that life, right? We don't
yes.
know about it, but you hear it. But I love how he painted that picture for us. I love how he showed like, yo, this is how it is over here, and this is how I am over here, and they both did that. And just like how you said, like this is an inside, this is a part of Absol's heart. Like, yo, you want to anger me, you want to wild out. Well, I got my gang, you feel
Yeah.
me? And if you hurt one of them, then it's really going
It's
down.
over. Yeah.
And I love it, and I love it how it was just a chill beat, like. This is who I go to war for. Like nigga, like this shit is easy.
I like what they did with this beat. It's dreary. It's just, I like it though. It
Uh huh.
sounds like it complements not only the story that he's trying to sell, the bars he's trying to convey. It just mends so well with each other. Like I really appreciate what Ab is doing here.
I
Um,
love it. Hey, I love when he says, "I know where the body's buried. I won't tell a soul." So, like that shit just like
yeah.
it should just hit.
That
You
shit is
feel me?
crazy. He's
Oh,
quoting himself and then ending it with like sincerely so. You know what I
so
mean?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna front. I love how you give a shout out to the 19 crimes. I get away with 19 crimes. I'm sipping wine. That's my favorite
Yeah,
wine.
that's
So I heard that. And I was like, oh, I see him. I see
yeah.
him.
But definitely 5 out of 5 for this one as
Yeah, for a
well.
fact.
I
For a
don't know if
fact.
there's
For a
a
fact.
trend here. It's starting to grow. Okay, guys. So the next song we got, "The Wild Side" with Jean Aiko. Is that the right way to pronounce her name?
I could have
Jean
swore it was. I could have swore it was
Jeannie?
Janae. I could have swore it was Janae.
Janae
I go.
Aiko. Janae
Yeah,
Aiko.
Janae.
There you go. Thank you. Um, this is the first song that I had a trouble listening to,
Why?
but it had to grow on me. I had to listen to it more than once. I had to find reasons to like the song, and I realized that I just didn't get into the rhythm of the song. Like the song has a rhythm to it. It has a rhyme flow, a rhyme scheme that I wasn't tapping into. And then after a few times that I started getting the hook in the head and I started getting dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. And it's just like you start getting that vibe in you, and it's like, okay, I get it now. I was like, I got it. So it took like 2 listens, 3 listens for me to actually start to actually appreciate what this song brings to the album.
I liked it from the beginning because of the melody. It caught me. You know, I love that very chill, melancholy kind of chill beat. And the more you listen to the song, it's almost like a foreplay, almost in a sense, you know, to what's coming. And it's very cool and just very just relaxing. And I love the fact that Absol was on it with him and his vocals, which is very lining up perfectly. How he toned down his voice
Yes,
to go with
it's
her on the verse, and it was great. And then what I'm thinking is like, oh shit, this is what it's gonna be, just a very just chill. Okay, I get you working up a sweat, blah blah, all this other stuff. Then he drops a poem, and I'm like, oh shit, hold up.
yeah,
And the
that
poem was pretty deep. It was pretty cool.
yeah, I really love this song now. Like this was one of the songs that once again, like you take 2 artists like them and they're gonna make some shit that's like profound. So I really appreciated this song a lot.
No, definitely. And like, and remember, I call it a foreplay, because of the next track. But when you actually listen to the lyrics, it's really not all like sexual as it seems. Like the Wild Side, right? It's a lot about, you know, talking about where you come from, the things you've been through,
Yes.
and then where you at now and how you living and the
Yes.
lifestyle. And I'm just like, oh damn. So yeah, that's why it grew. That's why it hit me so hard. That I started
This
singing
is
more.
also the halfway point of the album. And I feel like this is a change in tone and mood from after this point. I think we've been getting a style, and I think after this song, the album kind of takes a different turn. In mood, in tone, and I think you're getting more of Herbert now. I don't know if
Hmm.
that's but I feel like Herbert's really coming forward. I feel like you got a lot of Absol, a lot of like the braggadocious shit like that. You had very vulnerable songs like Do Better, but I feel like on this the backside of the album has some songs that I'm like, whoa, this thing is opening up and talking about shit I've never heard him talk about. Art of Seduction is the next song. It is our 10th song on the album. Art of Seduction feels like he is bringing up his upbringing. Very clearly, he starts talking about the blade. And if you don't pick up a lot of this slang, you'll just think he's talking about a knife. But there's a lot about pimping in this song. There's a lot of terminology about pimping. There's a lot of terminology about being around pimps. It's a lot of him saying this is what I could have been, but I was a rapper. But they
Hmm.
told me, like my OG told me, like, yo, just make money off of lyrics. Like it's better for you to
Hmm.
do that. He talks about reading the art of seduction and stuff like that. So a lot of this has to do, even the hook. She only loves me because I say yes. And it's just about
Basically, you let me when I say no. Yeah, no, and but I believe it's more than just pimping. I also believe it's more of him being just, like he even said it here, like Herbie's the love bug. Like it's like he falls for that type of thing. Like he loves it. Like he's not a pimp, but in a sense, he's more like a person that falls in love easily. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and he expresses the having sex with her and all this other stuff. But he also says how his homeboys make fun of him if he was being with her. So that's why he kind of hits her up on the low, because he doesn't want it to be seen out in the public.
yeah.
So it's like you fall for the shorty that you ain't supposed to fall for, and it's pretty. It's pretty cool. It's showing the side that you really don't really see like that.
It feels very biblical in the way that he is giving us knowledge on the track. He's using these words. He's asking you, does she like you for you or what you could do? And it's
Hmm.
like, you gotta, these are very important questions to ask yourself, to know. You know what I mean? To be secure in yourself. Like, a lot of people don't have their fathers growing up. And I feel like a lot of this shit is game. Like, it's the stuff that you were supposed to be put on.
Hmm.
Um, and I feel like he's giving us knowledge and game. Like, this song, out of all the songs, I was looking up the terminology that he was talking about. I was like, I know the blade does not mean just the blade. So I had to actually look it up and see the terminology and stuff like that. And I think so the depth in this song is like another thick lyrically, story wise, it's like so thick in content. Like, you could take
It
every
is.
bar structure and break it down and say, what is he talking about? um One of my favorite tracks, believe it or not. It's just so, it's a change in dynamic. It just, he's really spitting him. Like, who is Herbert?
And I think, and most likely, it's one of your favorites. Probably you have probably a personal connection to it.
Yeah.
You know, you've probably been there because look, you even said it from the beginning, right? In the first verse, it talks about like this little pimpish ways and do this and make money this way, right? But when it goes into the second verse, it's like he still goes for the shorty,
Yeah.
and and even though he's not supposed to, he goes. You know, he goes for her, and he doesn't care how she's looking or how he's looking, and they have like this amazing sex. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, but he's not supposed to go for her because she's only fucking with him because he don't say no.
Yeah. I feel
And
like, also, if there is any song for the ladies, it's this one. You know how every album gotta have one for the ladies? I feel like this is it.
but it wasn't forced though. It
No.
wasn't a forced song,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it great. He didn't say, "Oh, I have to do this for the ladies." He's like, "Yo, I got this track. Oh shit, you know the ladies could probably ride to this." You know, from Wild Side to the Art of Seduction, it hits. So I like that. I like your
He
pickup on that
says,
one.
I fuck some bitches she know. She fuck some niggas I know. But we gonna keep it on the D low as far as we know. I'm like,
You
yo, that's
see,
such
you
a
see what
hard
I mean? You
bar.
see,
I'm like, yo, this is crack, son. Um,
like they doing their thing, but at the same time, there's a connection between them two that he has, and even though he's not supposed to have that connection, he just can't help it.
yeah.
It's amazing.
Another 5 out of 5, my brother. Another very smooth track from Hab. 5 out of 5. As we move into number 11, Bucket. I think
Oh,
this is a change in tempo, and this is a change in attitude. This, my friend, is the Griselda sounding track. All
no,
right.
you
I
no
don't know
no.
about that other track you were telling me about. It is this one that you could
Well, no.
put anybody on. West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher. This is it.
Okay, I give you this, but the other one doesn't have a Benny the Butcher feel
It
though.
does. It does.
Okay, but no, but this is full on Griselda.
Yes.
All of them right here.
The
Yes, you're
even
right.
the offset snares, the offset beats, it just,
That
it's like a lazy style of production, but it just works with the simple sample of the woman singing in the background. It creates
mm-hmm.
like this ambiance, bro. I'm on my Anthony Fantano shit. I'm using these big words, these arpeggios and shit, bro. It creates this ambiance of like, there's a lot of open air, and then there's him talking about what he's talking about.
But so it makes it. It turns it into he turns it into when you close your eyes, you can really picture and see what he's talking about. Talking about being in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Look, Look, bang this in your bucket. Don't worry about nothing. I'm controlling this system. You either rock with them or go to hell. My pineal glands been twitching. Look how he took it back to the first album.
Yeah.
Look at because he banging it, and it looks like you writing and you thinking about all these things that's going on, all this stuff that's happening in the world. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost
I
a
love it.
next level of writing. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like next level shit. Like, I also love the part where the music starts to skip and then the song ends and the skit starts. And
Yes.
that skit is beautiful because anybody from the 2000s and when you had CDs, you had this issue come through. Even down to her looking at him and being like, "What are you gonna do? Breathe on it with your cigarette breath?" It was just, it's the ultimate homie moment they just created right there. I thought it was beautiful.
I love how he spoke a lot of political and a lot of he spoke a lot of political and like old memories in this track, right? And it's almost like as if and it's almost like he was just riding in his car, just thinking about the past and just chilling. And how in the past you did have the CD and everyone know anyone that you know. Them CDs when they skip, man, when them scratched up, it was just a pain in the ass. And I love how he put that into the outro
Yes.
to show that this is where his mind was, this is where he was at this time, this is how he was probably feeling at the time, but also this is probably who he had at the time with
Yeah.
him. So it was very good. It was well put, and yeah. This you already know the score, man.
5 out of 5.
You already know
Ding.
the
I'm
score.
gonna let you intro track number 12. All right, go ahead.
Uh, Track number 12 is Go Off. Absol, Russ, and Big Sean. And let me tell you, what a great song. One of my one of my favorites. One of my favorites in this track. I mean in this album is Go Off. I love I love the slow build up and then the bass drops. You hear the beat and everything just makes sense. Even the way he enters the song is not it's strong.
Yeah.
And it's just like and it's almost like he's ready just to take over and just have fun. It's just like, yo, this is what I do.
This is a very 2022 sounding song.
Yeah.
This song
That's another one.
sounds very current. I was very surprised that I enjoyed Russ's verse. I'm not a big Russ fan.
Yo, my favorite part is when he's like, I know the lock to the pussy. Flick it. Flick it. Right. Flick it. I
Yeah.
was like, hold on. Yo, this shit tight. So,
I really enjoyed what everyone brought to this track right here.
yes.
It seemed like everybody was on their A game and nobody wanted to sound, lyrically. Like everybody came lyrically. I enjoyed Russ. I enjoyed Big Sean, and
Always.
I like Big Sean, but I don't like Big Sean. I don't know how to describe that. I don't know how to tell you why, but I like Big Sean. It just seems
Th-
like his music doesn't age well. Like it don't age good. I don't know how to like describe that, but I
his
can't.
last his last 2 3 albums were amazing. Either
Listen,
way, listen.
throw it in the
Listen.
comments. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm
He
wrong. All right.
he's wrong about Big Sean. Let's
All
keep
right.
this shit a buck.
Call me the.
Anyways, this sounds like a Big Sean beat.
Yes.
This sounds like Big
Yes.
Sean, and the way he hopped on it, I was like, okay, he's gonna
Yeah.
kill it. Everyone came correct. I feel like everyone fed off each other. I feel like they were just at home and they sent the lyrics, like they heard the track and they're like, oh no, hold on, I gotta fuck this shit up. I feel like there was a battle of who gonna come and do this shit. And this right here, once again, it's just this was very braggadocious. This is braggadocious. From how I'm living, what I'm doing, how I'm rapping, everything about it is very braggadocious, and I love it.
Yeah. Excellent song. Um, 5 out of
One of my
five.
favorites.
Yeah.
One of
Five
my
out of
favorites. One of
five
my
out of five.
favorites.
On to track number 13. And OMG, this is one of my favorite tracks on the album. Fallacy, produced by Hit Boy. It's Absol and a person called Almeida. But oh my God, the feeling that I got when this song came on, the hair on the back of my neck, Forrest Whitaker's neck came up, bro. It was just, I was like, oh my God, this is like the apex. Hit Boy, Hit Boy, Hit Boy, Hit Boy.
He's always been
Produce
great.
Producer of the year at this point, bro. I've heard some beats from Hit Boy this year that I've like, nah, this he's really in his bag. He's really trying to prove himself. And it's like you could hear it. It's like I don't know how to describe it. I heard this beat and I was drawn to it and it felt so New York. It felt so hip hop. It felt like one of the organs of hip hop in 2020. I don't know how to like. It was good.
Once again, the most consistent thing is the energy of this album.
Yeah.
Track after track after track. And not only that, it's how he gets onto the beat, right? But it's also how these producers just make something so beautiful. Because we all know producers that make the beat, the rappers get on. But then that's when they start really working their little magic. You know,
Yeah.
the echoes, the Will is back, Will Attack, the echoes in the background, like he's giving an announcement to the world, like I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And look, when he comes in, they want to take me out like a date. I can see the goal, which is a mountain in the way. Your mouth moving, I ain't making out what you say. Like what, nigga? Like
Yeah, I
I'm
like the
sorry.
only way I let the hood down if the engine's repaired. It was there's a lot of quotables here. It was like every bar he lays down is like a statement. It it is in my opinion, I heard this and it brought me back to the King's Disease 3 album and it made me just feel like, yo, he is on that level. He is rapping at a legendary level.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Don't forget, he's the one that said years ago, I could rap. What he say? He said I could rap rounds around Jay-Z. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember that he's been feeling that great since he came onto the scene, and he showed why he's this great in this album so far as it go. And listen, I once again Hit Boy. All I hear when that beat drop, it's just that bop, just that close your eyes, the the megaphone, Herbert out here just talking and it show yo.
I'm telling you,
It's a
this is
statement.
the
It's a
one
statement.
thing that a lot of his older music, his older albums didn't have in it. It was just that very and I don't like to say commercial. I don't like to say mainstream because it makes it sound watered down. I don't know how to describe it, but it has mass appeal. It
It's the art.
has yeah, it has the chance to blow up. Like you hear these songs and you're like, "Oh yeah, this is fucking crazy. This is going to go on my playlist."
It's the art.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he approached this in a very hip hop. I'm back. I'm showing you what's good type of way. It's not dumbing down nothing. He's showing you, yo, I got the lyrics. I could do metaphors. I could break down the beats. Whatever you throw on me, I'm gonna show you how I could kill it, and I'm gonna do it by putting a story and showing you how I truly feel about all this shit right now. You feel me? And this is what you get. He didn't, like I said, he doesn't hit you with a lot of the nuances and the stories and what people would call conspiracy theories and the hardship that Duat what was what, his last album Duat what was, because it was, like I said, it was a tough digest. It was good, but it was a really it was a puzzle. It was a big puzzle. And then this album is not dumbed down to a fact that it's not a puzzle, but it's not dumbed down at all. It's made to show you like, yo, this is what I'm back for. I'm here just to have fun and show you like I love this game and the art, and I'm gonna show you what it is. And that's what it's been so far.
It's
And this what
dumb.
this was.
I hate to say the
I,
word
I
dumb
don't want to
down
say dumbed
because
down.
it's not, right. It's not.
It's not.
It's
It's
a
not dumbed down.
tonal shift. It's a
It's
tonal.
not.
It is a sound shift. It's him on a different sound, on a different a wavelength. Because I
Yeah.
hate to say it, because
No.
he's not dumbing himself down on this album. He's coming as equally as poetic as on Control System. He's like he's giving you these
Boom.
bars, like he's and that's a talk for after we give our rating. I really think this is head to head with Control System as one of his best albums.
Which we gonna talk about.
Next song, one of my favorite songs. Again, it was like back to back. I'm like, damn, I got two favorite songs back to back with each other. Something about this track, Herbert, in the way that it is produced, in the way that he is spitting, the reverb effect that they have towards the end, it works. Everything here works. And I'm like, nah, this is if this is what the message of the album is, I feel like this is it. Like,
I'm gonna tell you, Church on the Move, right? The first time I ever heard those words together, is with GOC. Church on the Move,
Yeah.
ism, okay?
Yeah.
That man right there. When I heard, I read it, and then I heard the beat, and I'm like, oh shit, yo, is GOC on this? Cause
wait. This is Herbert. This is the song before Church on the Moon.
Oh, sorry, my fault.
Yeah.
Church on the Move. It is
Yeah.
Herbert. Sorry,
This is
Sorry, my
Herbert.
fault. I went with Church on the Move. I skipped. That's
yeah,
all
no,
me.
we're gonna get to that because I have a lot of questions there. But this
Okay,
is
okay,
track number
okay.
14, Herbert.
When he sings, it's very vocal.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, people. I'm skipping ahead of my time. Look, thank you.
Yeah.
Herbert is a very vocal track, and it was great because it's basically like, yeah, it's amazing because once again he showed you he could change his tone,
Yes.
and he's very diverse. And I love how he's saying, "Yo, they will never understand me." He said his whole name, by the way. His whole name.
He said the doctor said I need new corneas. He said I'd rather have that than be with the coroner. And I don't think people will take that message. He says like I'd rather be going blind than dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people they don't think about life like that. They don't think about like not having your vision anymore. But like using that comparison is crazy. Like life is still very precious no matter what stage of life you're in. If let's say you're in cancer, if you know what I mean? He said he caught Steven Johnson syndrome at 10 years old. Like he's been living that with that. It's a surprise that he, you know what I mean? He still made it this far, but yeah, no, I feel
Listen, this song is. I agree with you when it said is like what the album is, what the statement is, because he starts off the verse talking about how battling insanity, right? Playing dodgeball with vanity, okay? I love how we talk about fear of God and humanity. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifices, and I love how he also. And if you go down, you keep on listening. I love how he also mentions how Loriana left him with PTSD. That's big. That's a big thing to mention.
yeah.
That's a big thing to admit because we know what we know. We don't know what happened to her. So
I don't think a lot of people do know. Go ahead, let them know.
Now, well, from what we know, she committed suicide. And basically, you know, she committed suicide. And there was never no. Once again, you didn't see the unhappiness. You didn't see nothing. You don't even know why. And it was one of those things where it really fucks with you. That type of thing really messes with you. And to know that that's been messing with him for so long, and to admit it, once again, that's courage.
Yeah.
That's big. So,
He also
um,
attempted suicide in the same way. She jumped to her death, and he also tried to jump to his death. Um, but he made it, which is fucking incredible. Yo, I'm very. It's crazy to hear it on tape because it's like, damn, why we would have lost this guy and I would have never even known. Like, it just would have
hmm
been another day from me, and it was the day we would have lost Ab Soul, and it makes me want to give him his flowers more. Um,
definitely.
on to the next song, "Church on the Move."
Where I skipped that.
Yeah, "Church on the Move." This song is very. Oh, last by the way, last song 5 out of 5. I don't think we're this is a continual trend. Okay, 5 out of 5 every song. "Church on the Move." What is he talking about on this track? You tell me because it sounds like he got beef with Cuddy.
I had to look that up. That's a Crip term from what I remember. Like nah,
Really?
Cuddy. Yeah, it's a Crip term, and it's not Cuddy Cudi. It's Cuddy Cuddy.
Okay.
So when he says nah, Cuddy, he's like nah, nigga. You don't want all this drama, Cuddy. He's like you don't want this drama, nigga. Don't be hating at all, Cuddy. Don't be hating at me, nigga. That's basically what it is. So instead of calling the nigga or whatever, I think it's a Crip term for Cuddy. If it was correct from what I look up. So yeah.
Okay.
So no, he's not. There's no Kid Cudi this at all whatsoever, at all.
Okay. Because I was confused.
I was as well.
I
It,
was
it's
like,
it's
whoa.
it's not.
I like the
And
beat
then
on here.
and
It isn't.
one more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. And the only reason why even I knew about that because I didn't look at it the minute I heard this. I looked for that word. I looked for that word again because I think somewhere in between the last three songs he mentions Cudi again, like towards somewhere, and I was like, okay, so he's not talking about Kid Cudi. This shit is something else. And then
Yeah.
yeah, but there you go.
Yeah. Although this is not one of my favorite beats, it's so hard not to acknowledge that he is so on point and he rides that beat so eloquently, so precisely down to the millisecond. He understands what the beat is. He's like he knows his homework and he's going right to it, and no, it just comes out so well.
I don't even think he writes. I don't think he writes.
That's crazy.
I because I don't think you really see the right if I'm correct.
Damn.
But I love how he flows with it, right? I love how he uses his vocals, like church on the move. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like I love how he goes with it, and every time that reverb hits, and it's once again, you have to give this a 5 out of 5 just for the simple fact that he literally took this beat that probably anybody else could have been like, yo, what I'm gonna do, and made it into something that's like, oh, yo, this is dope. And think about it. I feel like some songs are not always meant for the world. I think some songs are meant for certain people that live that type of lifestyle, that know these type of lingos, and that's for them to really knock and vibe to,
Yeah.
which is very great because at the end of the day, he still made people like us love it. Look at the word. Look how we thinking. Oh, yo, this nigga talking about Kid Cudi, but someone in that realm in that world knows. Oh, this nigga here go this nigga Cudi. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like 'cause they knew the terminology of it,
It
and
is.
that's great.
I even think church is not church. I think he's talking about the ism. I think he's talking about pimping and shit like that. I think that has a lot to do with what church and the ism is about. And I think maybe that he's talking about his upbringing. Um,
Church on the move.
yeah, I
That
really appreciate this song. Not only because it's knowledgeable, but it's like such a progression in Absol's. Just if you put this song anywhere near any of his other music, it does not sound like it. You would be like, no way, Absol's on this song. You know what I mean? Like, it's a great song. It has great thought in it. Um, anything else to add?
no, I want to bring back to you because what you write is not like a church thing. It's like yo, it is the pimp thing. Because when he says when we call that church on the move, got them hosts twerking in the pews.
Yeah,
This ain't vacation, Bible school. You feel
yeah,
me? Like it's one of those things. Like I said, when I think of church on the move, I think of GOC.
yeah.
I think of the ism. And so it's one of those things where I like, okay, I'm like he went in on this, and it had that type of it had that wave, that melody, that beat, that style that is for like the ism. You feel me?
Hmm.
So it be like that,
Yeah.
which leads to the next,
Yeah. Track number 16, It Be Like That.
which leads
And
to the next.
whoa, immediately you feel heavy. There's like a weight on the song, on the beat. The lyrics, what he's talking about, once again, this is a personification of depression.
Mm-hmm.
He says that there are songs on this album that he wrote before he tried to commit suicide. I think this is one of them because of it's so black and white. The first half of the song is super fucking depressing and what he's telling himself, and this is a lot of what depression is you're
Despair.
talking to yourself. You're having a dialogue with your brain. Um you tell your brain like I feel like a piece of shit, and your brain either tells you no, or your brain is like, yeah, you kind of are a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
No,
think this is
100%.
like a personification of that. This is so well written out, and there is such a tonal shift in the middle, and then he comes to the light. And I think even people who understand what bipolarism is, sometimes you are on the dark side of the moon in the beginning, and then you have that, you break out of the depression and you feel 200% better than what you normally feel, and you feel like you could achieve these massive things, and you have all these profound thoughts and dreams. And I think when you deal with depression, no matter what type of depression you feel with, there's definitely these periods of very big darknesses, and then like the light shines through, and you find purpose again.
And to go back to what you said, it's a despair, right? Where you feel like you have no more hope. There's nothing that's ever gonna be good for you. And like he says that my sun don't shine no more, the light, ain't bright, the kite don't fly. And even to the point where he's saying his rhymes don't rhyme and no more. And even though they probably are, and when to anyone else they can see it, to him it's like none of this fits, none of this is what it's supposed to be. And why is it like that? And it shouldn't be like that. And but at the same time, is you tell yourself, but it be like that, and that's not a good thing because you're basically telling yourself um, that it should be like that, and there's no change, And when you don't talk about it, when you don't say this out loud, when you hide it from the world and everything, to everyone else, it's like, oh man, he's just going through something, and it's not true. It's just not going through something. We're going through something major.
Yes.
We're going through a dark journey, through a hole that is deep enough that you might never be able to climb out of it, and then for him to come right back, and you hear in the second verse where, hey, the sun is shining a little more.
Yes.
Hey, the kite is flying. Hey, this light is out here. Hey, my woman love me again. And he when he said that, he puts a little more feeling to it, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that woman that you truly love, that is fucking like, yo, that's giving you this distance, and now she's like back and just hugging you and just kissing you, just making you feel this good. It's great, and I love that because it is a journey. When you're deep into this depression, when you're deep into this darkness, and once again I want to say this despair, when you deep into this point where you want to give up, but then you don't, something just shines that you shouldn't give up, you should keep going forward, and you start to see the progress, you start to feel the progress, the positivity. And people got to understand, it's easy to go negative. It's you see results of negativity instantly. But when you try to go positive, you don't see the results right away, and that's why people tend to quit, because as much as you saw negativity come by, you can't see the positivity as fast.
How do you
And I
feel I'm sorry. Do you have
Now
anything?
go.
Go ahead.
No, no, I was just like, and I love how he was able to come back and show the positive side of him coming through.
How do you feel about the interlude after the song is over, where they start singing about spiraling? Baby, I've been spiraling. I'm
Yeah,
spiraling. I think that word spiraling is such a good way to describe what depression feels like. Real deep depression can be a very I feel bad, I feel good, I feel bad, I feel good, I feel bad, and it's
and
like every couple of weeks you'll spiral out into a bad feeling, and you'll come back out of it, but it's a mix of emotions, bro. Like it's a
and
very big mix of emotions.
and it also shows where like where you at, right? Because when you start spiraling, you're really at a bad place because you can't control of nothing, and
Yeah.
you don't know what's what anymore, and it's just like, it's like you're down, and then you're all the way down in your luck, and then and to you like everything is cold, everything sucks, everything just it seems like the more you spiral, the deeper into this you get, and the only thing you could keep getting to is like, why am I here? Why is this going on? And the more you keep thinking of why these negative stuff are happening, the more negativity you just keep on pounding on yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's rough. And I love it being like that. It was wonderful.
It's
It was an amazing
incredible
track.
that that's the way that song ends and the way the next song starts. So track
Yes.
number 17 is called Positive By the way, 5 out of 5 for that song. Um
I think by that
track
time
number
everybody know.
17 is called Positive Vibes Only. Yo, if the way I could describe this song is like a Pokemon evolving, it's like if they put evolution and they put a microphone up to it, and it just this is what evolution sounds like. It's so
Yo,
inspiring. It's so uplifting. It's almost so uplifting that it makes me nauseous. Like I'm like, whoa, this there's a lot to unpack. If there is a song that was made after he committed suicide, I feel like this is the song that was made afterwards. This song sounds like somebody saw their future. I don't know how to describe it. It just
but but
go ahead.
but you do. Um, I'm not gonna get too deep into it when I say this, because it's something I tell you that I've recently just recorded. But when you're making, or when you make a decision of that sort to want to end everything, um, you get a flash in your mind, and you see two things. You see what it can be, one way, or you see what it can be the other way. And one way is with you not being here, and one way is you're being here. And when you see those flashes, you get this overwhelming warm feeling of what everything can be in this positive light if you start working towards that positive light. And when I tell you that feeling is so strong, this is what I feel here. This is what I felt before, and this is what he made me feel again. Where it doesn't, you don't want to quit, and that you won't quit, and that no matter how much more, no matter how much harder you have to work to get to that positive vibe only, I'm willing to take that journey. I'm willing to go through the storms, and I'm willing to fight that battle. And this what this is. It's him. It's him yelling and just screaming and about all this stuff. Like, I've been up, I've been down, I've been lost, I've been found. I've been staying dangerous while they insist it's safe and sound. Like, you hear him going back and forth in his battle. You hear him going back and forth in his journey. And then when the hook drops, it's him singing. It's like him relieving himself, him praising. And it don't get no better than that.
Yeah.
And if you never been, and if you've never been in that state of mind, you've never been in that state of place, I'm happy that whoever's listening to this never has, and I hope you never will. But if you ever feel down just a little bit, come back and listen to this song right here. You're gonna see
Yes.
that yo, you have no reason to go down that road ever.
it's
So
it's
yeah,
triumphant. I don't know how to
yes,
describe
that's
the
the word right
feeling.
there.
It's
That's the
like
word right
it's
there.
like he finally got to that level where he is seeing above the clouds. He
Uh
understands his
huh.
purpose. It's so it's a great
He
beginning of
he
the end of the album.
and I love how because he talks about his falls, right? He
Hmm.
talks about the down, but he's also showing you, yo, there's a way to come out.
Yeah.
There's a way. There's a way to recover from this. There's a way to get. There's a way to get better and do better. You know, from there. And this right here, is another song that we talking about. We talking about what was it? I think Herbert that personified the depression.
Yes.
This song right here personifies the triumph, the win of and the journey, the great journey that he's on to be better. And this is a
Absolutely.
song right here that does it. So
Yeah.
this is a 5 out of 5 for me,
Same.
straight
This
up.
is and once again, this is another song that took a couple of plays for me to like really grasp of what was going on. Because once again, it's very thick, bro. This is a meaningful album. Every song means something. Just like we're getting down to the very last song, track
My
number
favorite song.
18, bro. He
My
saved
favorite
he
song.
saved the premiere beat for last. Gotta
Primo.
rap. Gotta rap, bro. This is one of my favorite songs on the fucking album, bro.
My favorite
Everything
song.
about this song, it's what it's everything. Yo, so
I
if
like to
you
call myself the god of rap,
yes.
but I really just gotta rap.
Yes.
Oh, this shit is the fucking problem, boy. Yo, the cuts, the damn it,
Primo's
damn it.
production is fucking incredible, bro. The way that he's able to not only scratch but scratch other lyrics into the song, he he scratches a lot of what Absol is saying. I gotta rap. It's all these different rappers that he's bringing into the song saying I gotta rap. Like a lot of people that only Primo can make this song, bro. Only Primo can make this beat.
Listen, I'm gonna say a nice little chunk of this line right here, please. Okay, okay. I listen. I went back and forth. Listen to this. If I could write this shit down, okay. I want to say this. I'm top dog, you a copycat. I'm gonna give this beat a heart attack, arrest your cardiac. I'm gonna need your pass back, hall monitors. My movement is still intelligent, your movement is still irrelevant. Blacking out till I'm out of melanin, meaning it never ends. You're a pharmacist out of medicine. I'm holding weight like a skeleton. I'm holding weight, you just a skeleton. Yo, that right there. I was like, oh, stop it, boy.
Yo,
Stop it. It's over. It's
yes.
over. It's over. Oh
He
man.
says, "I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm on one, George Washington." I said,
Uh-huh.
I was like, how, he's reinventing the bar.
Every time.
He's
Yes.
he's giving us these bars we've heard of in a new way, and it's just like, yes,
You see, and before that line, it's what he said, right? Is every record's a friendly, the long term legacy. Guess there's definitely no stopping him. I'm just keeping it in a buck. I'm on one, George
what?
Washington. Okay, yo, so fuck. So what he say? What I wrote? Oh, so fuck is you telling me I'm a celestial, not a fucking celebrity?
Yo,
That's it, man. Yo. Then them scratches. Oh.
the trumpets, the bar
Yes,
structure,
yes.
everything about the song is fucking phenomenal, bro.
Once again, show you that he's not just this rapper from this location. I'm an artist. I'm a hip hop. I'm a lyricist. You put me on anything, I'ma kill it. And that's exactly what he did. This right here, yo, if Solo said no report card, well, he
Yes.
just gave niggas a report card with this shit right here, okay?
It is
Okay?
almost like a challenge.
Yes.
It feels like a challenge to all these rap niggas. Like, here you go. Here's the bar I'm setting. Try to be
But
better than me.
but I believe I believe the challenge is not just us all rap niggas. I believe the challenge is every rap nigga that's calling himself a lyricist. Like, here you go, what you got? Come up to me. That's what that is. It's a battle. It's a challenge to all the lyricists to come out and see what you good, which is dope because it's like he's enticing these niggas to come battle. So basically, he's making all these artists come back and drop better music, drop better albums. And it's like, now we're gonna get back to back to back of all these lyricists that we know that are out there and gonna be like, yeah, man, we out here, and we're gonna get great music after this. I promise you, we're gonna hear great music after this.
Yeah. I think the same way he started the album off with this certain sort of energy, he ended it with a certain sort of energy, and I'm very excited for the future of hip hop. If Absol's gonna be a part of it, um, he's solidified himself as a legend.
Yeah, no, he
There's
did.
no denying that he can rap with the best of them. There's no denial after this album that he is one of the best to do it. He is one of the best in his camp. I mean, and we're comparing him to Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar is a fucking S level rapper. And if he is also a S level
Yes,
rapper.
he's
Like,
always
now
been an
he is
S level
up there
rapper.
with Kendrick Lamar and all the greats.
Look, look. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna read these last couple lines from him because this is gonna set it off right here. I gotta eat, but so it seems the pigs start yelling freeze. When you bring the bacon to the table like Jimmy Dean, party's over. Hold the city string. I even tried suicide. I don't know why. I know better than most that the soul don't die.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That right there is telling you, hey, yo, I ain't going nowhere. Because at the end of the day, if he never drops anything again, this fucking album solidified that he's a problem,
Yeah.
and that's it. And that
Although
right
I
there
would
says
never,
amazing.
yeah, I would never like to hear a world without Absol albums.
Nah, nah,
I
no,
need more
definitely
after
not.
this. If
Nah,
this is
nah,
what
no,
he's
this is
putting out, I was like, I need more of this. Like, feed me. This shit fed my soul, bro. This album is a contender of album of the year. I know that it's very quick to say that, but you don't get quality like this every once in a while. You know, when you take that shot, you know, when you eat that piece of steak or you eat that meal that you like, bro, this is a meal that I don't get every once in a while. This is what this album felt like.
yes, it
Um,
did. Yes, it did.
and I wrapping this whole thing up. How do we feel about the album? Lyricism. We'll give grades on every part. Lyricism, production, um, just the body of work. Um,
It's a 10 out of 10 straight through. It's where we're not gonna argue. This is something that's been coming. This is something that's been sharpening, that's been waiting for, that hip hop's been needing. Which I'm not saying other artists haven't dropped something, but this right here is a rapper that knows that's been missing, for plenty of good reasons, and we all know COVID probably could have been another reason, but this is something we've been waiting for, and everything has come correct from beginning to end, from letting you know that he has a message and showing you that in the title of that message, in the title of the first track, Message in the Bottle, he tells you the message, and then you go through to the end, and he ends it with like, yo,
yeah,
I told you I had something to tell y'all. And he tells this great story, and he shows that he's hungry, and he shows that, hey, yo, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for the war. I'm ready for the battle. And look, even though I'm the god of rap, I just know I gotta rap. And he ends it perfectly.
yeah,
With a primo beat, with a
yeah.
primo
With a
scratcher,
fucking
with a primo
premiere
production.
beat,
Come
bro.
on. Let's holler
It
at
was
me,
thoughtful.
man.
It's thoughtful, bro. It's thoughtful. Every part of it was thought of. You could tell
Yes.
that each track placement, every track was placed in the right place. And
And that
that
right there
is
is
hard.
amazing.
That is hard to get right. A lot of albums have that problem where the album doesn't flow front to back, and this album didn't have that issue. Every song kind of it was placed in the right place, and for that reason, it's getting my Doughy seal of approval. Okay, this is a thumbs up. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a 10 out of 10. This is a go listen to that shit as soon as possible. It is gonna.
If you love control system, you will love this. It's the
Is
opposite
it
of control
better? Is
system.
it
I
better than
promise
control
you.
system or not? Let's discuss that right now.
I
I
would
think
say
it's
yeah.
better. Yes, I
I'm gonna
think
say
it's
yeah.
a step above.
It's
Yes.
because it's like I said, it's back to hip hop. It's back to the art. And what I mean by that is he didn't go. You know, a lot of people have been doing this, try to go the whole political and stuff like that or whatever. Right? This outer thing in life, right? He didn't do that with this. He was like, yo, you know what? This is how I feel. So let me express my feeling to you in these tracks.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Control System, it was more like teaching. He was like teaching and preaching, you feel me?
Yes.
About stuff, about what's going on and stuff and shit like that. But this album is like, yo, this is how I've been feeling for the longest. This is the situation, and this is what it is, and I'm gonna kill it. And not only am I gonna kill it with these lyrics, I'm gonna kill it with the production that I'm gonna get, with the old school hip hop feel, with that boom bap, and then with that new wave type of feeling. So, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, all
10 out of
around.
10, 5 out of 5, whatever you want to call it. It's a must listen. It's a must play, and yeah, man. Just go ahead. You got Spotify. Y'all got Spotify. Y'all got
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube.
Apple Music. No. Yeah, I mean
I like
whatever.
you. I like
YouTube,
YouTube. Okay.
Tide. All these streaming services. Amazon Music. Go ahead and press play.
I
Go ahead
want
and
to.
find that song. Press play.
I want to thank everyone who's made it to this part of the video. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch our videos. This is my co-host, Real Words, the Royal Words Podcast. King F3lix.
Real Word is an old nickname.
I mean, but it is who you are. Real Words F3lix. I feel like that is like the moniker. This is my co-host. I wouldn't be here in this episode without him. He's really what made this happen. And if you enjoyed this podcast, go follow him. What is your Twitter handle? What are your YouTubes?
It's all everything is King F3lix 19. On the YouTube is Royal Word Podcast. So you'll find it. It's a podcast that's just positivity. I speak about my experience, what I went through, and how I get over it, and how I got over it, and still probably dealing with some. Yeah, man. And look out for an episode that's coming out that's real deep. I want to say is the most honest I've gotten, and the really shit I'm talking about, like that I haven't told nobody. So yeah.
I agree with him. His shit is very vulnerable, and I don't say that in a bad way. I say that in a very good way. It's very rare that you see someone opening themselves up to the world in that manner. It's a lot of people, they walk around this world with a persona, with a mask, with some sort of this is who I am, and then when you go to their house, they're not like that because that's not who they are. That's the persona they're wearing. I feel like my friend F3lix here, my boy, he is who he is, and he's gonna give you that very raw, and it's raw. You feel it. So go check him out. I am 1/4 of the One Up podcast. We plan to do a lot more of musical reviews like this in the future, so keep yourself posted. We are on all forms of audio and video. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, we're on anywhere you can look for something. We're pretty much on there except for Pandora. That's a dead format anyways, so we're not worried about them. I want to thank you guys for joining us today on this episode of the One Up Reviews, the Ab-Soul Herbert album. Thank you, and remember that if you're feeling any sort of suicidal or bad feelings, you always have people around. You can message us on this. You can talk about your problems on the comment section. We'll always respond. You can talk to your friends and your family. They're always going to be there for you. If you don't ever feel like that, you got to know that your friends are there for you and your family's there, and you could always talk to them.
There's
Uh,
hotlines.
yeah,
There's professional help.
yeah.
Always remember there's professional help and there's hotlines. And for the people who have friends that are down and out, HSB be there for them. Let
Be
them
there
a
for
shoulder
them.
to cry on. Let them an ear for them to talk, and also let them know that it's professional help and help them get there. All right,
And
don't make them feel bad.
there's a podcast for them. The One Up and the Royal Words. We're here for you
That's
guys, man. We're here to let you know that you're not by yourself. That there are people that understand what you're going through. And with that being said, thank you for visiting us and thank you for watching this video. One Up, Royal Words out.